Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I'm so glad you're here. It's almost Christmas. We're less than 2 weeks. Look at my calendar. Yep, we are less than 2 weeks from Christmas. Hope you're all ready. I'm not quite there yet, but hope to be by the end of the week. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. A little, housekeeping while we wait for everyone to join. First of all, if you like what you see, please give me some hearts. Facebook prefers hearts to thumbs up, so helps my videos be seen in the algorithm. So I appreciate that. And if you really like what you see, please share my video and share down in the comments, and you might win the project I'm working on tonight. If you recall, last week I made this really cute gift card holder using designer series paper. And let me show you, I'll open it up before I took the belly band off, and look at that. That's really cool, huh? So this is going to go to Paula Abiam. Paula shared my video and commented, and so I will get this out to her very soon without the gift card in it. That's my prop. But I will get the holder out to Paula very soon. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and then hit the little blue bell, and you'll be notified when I've uploaded a new video. I upload a new video almost every Monday evening. Okay? So I decided, since we're getting really close to the holidays, I'd go ahead and get you another design for another gift card holder, because there's always those last minute gifts that we need to put together, for people. So I am going to switch my view down to my hands and we will get started. But before I do that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be here next week or not. I usually take the 2 weeks, before the Christmas off. I'm not sure. I might or might not be here. I've got something pending, so I need to check. So watch my Facebook page and for notifications one way or the other, okay? Thanks so much. Now we'll switch and we'll get started on tonight's project. Okay, so like I said, I have another gift card holder for you, and this one I've used the gnome paper, which sadly I've discovered is sold out. The snowflakes are gone, but you know what? Tonight I'm more sharing the basics, and you can embellish these any way you want. And I decided not to make this not necessarily Christmas, but this could be appropriate for a winter birthday, because there's nothing Christmas on it. It's got gnomes and it's got snow and it has trees and things like that, but it could be for any holiday. So let me put the gift card in here. Let me put my little prop in here, and I think this one's cool. So let's celebrate you, and we're going to pop it open, and look at that. The stamp set I used is carrying over from the July to December mini catalog, and it's still going to be available, and this is the Celebrate with Tags stamp set. I love this stamp set. It's really versatile. Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, To and From, Made with Love. You've got kind of a mitten for a winter theme. You have some hearts could be a Valentine. The balloons could be birthday, could just be celebration. I really like this, and I'm glad it's sticking around. I see myself using it a lot more. But let's get to the basics of how we're making this fun, surprising gift card holder, okay? So let me start out. I believe this is soft suede, and again, I just pulled my color out of these reindeer that are in this designer series paper, okay? That's soft suede, and this piece is 4.5 by 11. Now we have to score this. Let me get my trimmer, my Stampin' Trimmer. And if you don't have one, you really need to get one, because this is a great all multi-purpose tool. So let me pull this over here. And like I said, this is 4.5 by 11. So this is half of an 8.5 by 11. I've just cut it long ways. So we are going to score. The scoring blade is the light brown one, not the dark brown. I always double check. So we are going to score this at 4.5. This is so easy, and it's a great way to use up some extra designer series paper. 4.5. 5.5 and 6.5. Okay. And the first thing we're going to do is fold this in half like this. Where's my bone folder? Let me grab that. And then we are going to fold it back like this. Back like this. So when you are done, you are going to want it to look kind of like an M. Okay? Now, we're going to take some tear and tape, which I have right here. This is, you want something that's nice and strong. I wouldn't use regular seal. You might be able to get away with Seal Plus, but it might be a little thick, okay? So I'm going to use a piece of tear and tape. It's great for projects that are going to be, get a lot of wear on them. And like I said last week, I like to burnish down the tape. And we're going to put it on the inside of that M. You see where I put that? I'll make sure you see it. Okay. I'm going to peel that off. And seal that up. And this is going to be, that's going to be our mechanism in the center for the pop-up. Okay? Super simple so far. Now this is where we're going to make the hole for our gift card to go in. See right there? So there's a couple ways you could do this. You could do this with a punch. If you have one of our older punches that's like a word window that's kind of, it's narrow and wide, you can use that by just putting it on there and punching it a couple of times. I don't have a current punch that meets that requirement. So I am going to use a die. Let me put this out of the way. I've got my large Big Shot. Again, I had to use the big one because I'm running this paper through. Let me put this over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is where we're at here. I'm going to lay it down like this because this is what I'm going to cut out. And the die that most closely fit out of the rectangles was this one here. The largest of the yeah, I don't know, wider. I don't know how to describe them. Wish there was a better way to describe. Because it's going to go just like that. Okay? And I think I'm going to use, well, I think I'm going to be okay. And I like to put dies that are have a long straight edge on them at a bit of an angle. It's not as jarring when it goes through. You don't hear that big thud. So you can see I've laid it on there. I've left just a little bit on either side, and we'll be able, that'll make the opening for the gift card. You could use a little bit of washi tape on that if you wanted to. See how nice that is? There's no big thud when you put that at an angle like that. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so we'll pull that off. Usually dies you're not supposed to cut through two pieces, but sometimes of cardstock, but sometimes you have to. So there we go. Using this die, it leaves this stitched edge on one side. A little bit on the other, but not so much. So I am going to make that side, let me get this out of the way, this side, because this is what the recipient is going to see most likely. So that's going to be this part here. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and put some designer series paper on the front. Now I've cut 3 pieces of designer series paper, and I've actually used the same pattern. It's just on one of them I'm using the reverse. These pieces of designer series paper are 4 by 4 1/4. So the 4 goes across and the 4 1/4 is the up and down, okay? But we are going to put this one on the front, I think. Okay, let me get my stamp and seal. Yes, if you're using paper that has a direction to it, designer series paper, you need to be cognizant of that when you are cutting out your pieces. For some gift cards, it doesn't, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does. So I'm going to put this one in here. And again, remember, you can be using any type of designer series paper. You could be using this for any occasion. I just did this because I had this laying on my craft table. So that goes there. And then I decided for down here, I'd use the reverse side. I'm not so fond of those mushrooms, but they're only showing around the edge, so I was cool with that. Gave it a little bit of interest, but it's not so busy. And I'm realizing I don't think I cut another white piece, so I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, so right there. Okay, let me grab a piece of white designers or white cardstock here off my desk. You guys know I always keep pieces of cardstock on my white cardstock on my desk in that first layer size, the 5 1/4 by 4, because it just makes it so easy. Yeah, sometimes I don't need, I end up with little scraps, but you know what? I've got a little bin of white scraps, and those get used to, so. Okay, this piece of white is 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. So this is going to be 3 1/2 this way. See, this is very much a usable piece, so I don't feel like it's wasteful. It's 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. This little sliver will get thrown away, but that's okay. But this one I will definitely save. It'll go in my scrap bin. Okay. Then you just want to make sure you're orienting this right. Again, this is the longer dimension. I mean, you could do it that way, but I like it better this way. Okay, let's stamp this. As you know, the rule, stamp first whenever you can. So I'm using Pacific Point ink. Again, just pulled it out of here. I could have used Balmy Blue. I could have used Pool Party, whatever. So I've got the To From stamp out of the Celebrate with Tags stamp set. It's a little crooked. Okay, we'll flip it over. No worries. It's a good thing paper's got 2 sides, right? Okay. Sorry if my head's getting in the camera. I'm going to try to make sure this one's straight. It's a little better. Yep, it's better. I'm good with that. Okay, and we are going to use the seal to put that in. And I'm going to kind of center it. So you can see I see some of the designer on the edge. It's a great way to use that side of the paper that maybe you don't like so much. You put it to use, but it's not blaring in your face, okay? Now for the front. Again, I just looked at what was laying on my craft table. So I took a circle. It wants to, let me get my bone folder again. Whoops, sorry folks. Better. Okay. Okay, I took some circle. I cut a circle from the Stylish Shapes. Let's see, which one is this? I think this is the third one. Yes, the third from the smallest. Again, I wish there was a way to identify them, but it's hard to. And we're going to stamp again in Balmy Blue. We're going to do Let's Celebrate You. Because who knows, maybe this is a winter graduation from college. There are people that graduate from college in December. Maybe it's a winter birthday. Maybe it's some other accomplishment, a job promotion, things like that. So, put that on there, Balmy Blue. Okay. This is one of the wonderful snowflakes, which are retiring and may be gone. I'm not entirely sure, but I think they may be gone already. Let me use a glue dot. I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere the center to my, right here. Actually, okay. This circle, again, is out of Pacific Point, and I think for that one, I used the second to the largest. Yes, I did the second to the largest one. And when I was trying to cut this, deciding what to use to cut this with, I considered using one of these, but I was just afraid it wasn't quite long enough. Now you can do this, and then you can put it back in the machine and move it over a little bit. But I just went with that other rectangle because I could do it all in one fell swoop. Okay, where's my stamped piece? There it is. Let's Celebrate You. And I'm going to tell you, I like stamping on circles because you know what? They're always straight unless you adhere them crooked. But I'm going to put this right there like that. As simple as that. I'll put some dimensionals on that. Where are my dimensionals? I must have put them back in the drawer here. Yep, I did. I like to put 3 top and then kind of on the bottom there. Put that right smack dab in the center. There you go. And I put a few sequins on. I've been using these all season, the Adhesive Back Seasonal Sequins. I know they are, retiring and may be gone also. But again, this is just to give you an idea. I would love to see, if you make one of these, how you decorate yours. Because you know what? The possibilities really are endless on this. Okay, let me see. Let me get one more here. We'll put this one. Oops, you know what? I want a bigger one like I did on my sample. I'm gonna put this one right up here. So, really, that is it. Super simple. Yeah, the most important part is just making sure you get your, now where'd my card go? My sample, oh, it's in here. My prop. The first time you kind of have to work with it to be able to put your card in there, but after you've done it once, oh, come on. There we go. I think because of the stitching on the card, it was trying to kind of hold together. Okay, so there we go. There is our gift card holder. So that's all there is. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, I'll let you know if I'm going to be here next Monday or not. I'm waiting on finding out some information about a time and date on another event. So you guys take care, and I will see you very soon. And if I don't see you before the holiday, Merry Christmas. Bye, everybody.